Hello, good afternoon, sir. Myself, Shashank Bansal, and the other two members of our group are Shubham Agarwal and Ankush Dutt. The title of our project is Stock Price Prediction. As we know, the art of forecasting stock prices has been a difficult task for many of the researchers and analysts. In fact, investors are highly interested in the research of area of stock price prediction. For a good and successful investment, many investors are keen on knowing the future situation of the stock market. In such a scenario, an effective prediction system for stock markets can help traders, investors, and analysts by providing support of information like the future value of certain stocks. And our project is based on such prediction. So let's go through our agenda for this presentation. I'm gonna start out by a little introduction on this piece, then I'm gonna explain to you what RNN is, and then we are going to define LSTM followed by our main model, including the code walkthrough, and finally we will conclude this session. So here's a introduction. There's a load of complicated financial indicators, and also the fluctuation of the stock market is very violent. However, as the technology is getting advanced, the opportunity to gain a steady fortune from the stock market is increased, and it also helps experts to find out the most definitive indicators to make a better prediction. RNN or recurrent neural networks have proven to be one of the most powerful models for processing sequential data. The long short-term memory is are the most successful RNN. Now let's talk about the factors that affect stock prices, and they are supply and demand, investor sentiments, politics, news about company, natural calamity, and various other factors can also be involved. Now let's look at the models which can be used for this project. Simple statistical model. It includes moving average, which is not accurate as it just gives average of previous values as prediction of future values. Then some machine learning models like linear regression, which also does not meet the requirement as sometimes it used the previous year's price to predict the price on the same day next year and so on. Then we have some time series forecasting models like ARIMA and SARIMA, which also fails to give best results as predicted values are basically forecast of forecast, which increases the error. Finally, we have deep learning models like RNN and LSTM, which gives most accurate results. And that's why we have used RNN and LSTM in our project. Now let's define what RNN is. As you can see in this slide, the recurrent neural networks can memorize or remember previous inputs in a memory when a huge set of sequential data is given, unlike CNN, which stands for conventional neural network, as they don't have memory cells. As the name suggests, RNN is recurrent in nature because it performs the same function for every input of data, while the output of the current input depends on the past computation. After producing the output, it is copied and sent back into the recurrent network. For making a decision, it considers the current output and input that it has learned from the previous input. Here is an example of RNN. It is a cell which on expanded have many cells present in it. So we can see that the first output is dependent on the first input, the second output is dependent on the second input, and similarly third output is dependent on the third input, and so on. This is how RNN works. A recurrent neural network can be thought of as multiple copies of same network, each passing a message to a successor. Now Shubham will take over.
But a recurrent neural network have a problem, and that problem is long-term dependency. For example, if we take a large set of recurrent neural network, then there could be two type of problem. One is the vanishing gradient and another one is exploding gradient. As you know, the neural network works on a back propagation. Means if we get the output, we compare it with the actual output. If there is an error, a large error or a small error, accordingly we updates the weight of neural networks. Let's say we have a big neural network. Here, a recurrent neural network and weights get updated one after another layers, and if the output in error is less than 1 for the first cell, then it gets multiplied by learning rate, as W is equal to W plus small weight change, and this small weight changes is N into D divided by dW, that is the error, and the error is actual output minus model output square. So if the error is less than 1, then this square will be tending towards 0 around last cell. This is known as vanishing gradient. And if the error is greater than 1, then the square of error will explode towards the end of the network, which is known as exploding gradient. To overcome this problem, we have come up with another version of recurrent neural network, which is known as long short-term memory, or LSTM. LSTMs are explicitly designed to avoid the long-term dependency problem. Remembering information for long periods of time is practically their default behavior. As you see here, these single cells have been updated with something like these are kind of, you can say, controlling gates which can actually control the previous memory as well as input. So this is how we are going to handle the exploding and vanishing gradients. Generally, an LSTM is composed of a cell and the three regulators, usually called gates, of the flow of information inside the LSTM unit: an input gate, an output gate, and a forget gate. The input gate controls the extent to which a new value flows into the cell. The forget gate controls the extent to which a value remains in the cell, and the output gate controls the extent to which the value in the cell is used to compute the output activation of the LSTM unit. Now let's look at how the LSTM model is created. So there are basically four steps. That is, first, define the network. Second, compile the network. Third, fit network. And fourth, make predictions. So the first is define network. The first step is to create an instance of the sequential class. Then we can create our layers and add them in the order that they should be connected. So this is the snapshot of our code where we are defining the network. First step is that we are making a sequential class. Then we are adding three layers of LSTM and one dense layer to it. LSTM requires three-dimensional input, which is samples, timestamps, features, where samples is total number of rows of data, timestamp is number of past observation, and feature is number of columns. Second, compile network. This is basically pre-compute step for our network. Compilation requires two parameters to be specified: the optimization algorithm, which is to modify weights, that is ADAM, and the loss function, which is used to compute error, that is mean squared in our case. Third is fit network, which is basically training the network using backpropagation algorithm and the optimization algorithm that we have specified earlier, where batch size is the number of training examples in a single batch, and epochs is the number of times the learning algorithm will work through the entire training dataset. Once we are satisfied with the performance of a fit model, we can use it to make predictions on the new data, which can be done by calling predict function. So now let's look at the steps which is used to create a machine learning model. There are basically 5 steps. First, gathering the data. Second, preparing the data. Third, model selection. Fourth, training. And fifth, prediction. Now, Ankush will walk you through the code.
I am Ankush Dutt and I will now give a brief code overview for our stock prediction project. Our code base is mostly based on Python. Starting from the main libraries used in this project, the first one is Pandas, which helps in data collection, manipulation, and analysis. The next one is NumPy. This adds support for large multidimensional array and matrices. The next one is TensorFlow, which is very popular and used for training and inference of deep neural networks. In this particular project, we went with the LSTM model that Subham has already explained in detail. sklearn, it is a machine learning library used to aid the TensorFlow. And finally, the matplotlib. This one is used in plotting the graph for the final predictions. The stock data for 5 years, which we have used in our project, were collected from the Tingo website. This data was then exported to a CSV file and used by our machine learning LSTM model to generate the final predictions. Here we can see some of the code for data collection. As stated earlier, we have used pandas for this. The first two lines are for just importing the library and naming them as PD for pandas and PDR for pandas data reader. Then there is code for data collection of a particular stock from Tingo using free private key provided by Tingo itself. We are using Tesla here in our project. Then finally, we are converting the data into CSV format and reading them whenever needed as shown in the code in the last line here. This is one of the useful codes from our project where we split the dataset into trained data and test data. In the code here, DF1 is the dataset which was obtained from the CSV file after some necessary manipulation using the pandas library. Due to the limitation of the project, we are only going through very few codes which are important since we have skipped through a lot of code to get here. Here we have defined a function called create dataset, which is used to convert the array of values containing prices and day respectively into dataset matrix. In the code here, data x represent prices and data y represent day. Uh, on the left side in this slide, we can see the code for the creating the stacked LSTM model, and on the right side, we can see a part of output related to the code related to this code printed in the console after compiling and running the code. Finally, using the matplotlib library, we can plot the prediction of our selected stock. This is the code for the same. Here, PLT is imported as pyplot from matplotlib as plt.plot is a function for plotting the graph, which accepts several arguments to customize the graph. Finally, after running the code, it will take some time to build the LSTM model on the data provided and show the result as a plotted graph as shown in the right side. Here, the green line represents the prediction of our selected stock Tesla. Here, x-axis is day and y-axis is price of the stock. The sudden drop in price as shown in the chart can be explained by the recent Tesla 5-for-1 stock split. So this marks the end of our presentation. Thank you very much.